your student nurse Lardilin, and for today's video, I will going to demonstrate how to don and doff personal protective equipment or PPE. And before we proceed, let me tell you first the purpose of PPE. PPE helps to protect the healthcare workers and the clients from transmission of potentially infected materials. It also creates physical barriers that prevents the transfer of microorganisms. And for the materials, we need a gloves, a gowns, a face mask, and an eyewear. And here is the sequence for putting on personal protective equipment or PPE. Let's start with first, putting the gown, followed by mask or respirator, then goggles or face shield, and then lastly the gloves. And you will don this PPE before you enter the patient care area. First, perform hand washing. After that, fully cover torso from neck to knees, arm to end of the wrist, and warp around the back. Fasten in the back of the knee and the wrist. Next, don for face mask or respirator. Hold the mask by the top two string or loops. Place each loop over the ears, then secure ties or elastic bands. Fit flexible band to nose bridge. And fit style to face and below the chin. And fit check respirator. Next, don a goggles or face shield. Place over face and eyes and adjust to fit. And lastly, the gloves. Put on clean gloves. Extend to cover wrist of the isolation gown. And for now, let me show you how to safely remove PPE. Here is the sequence for you to doff personal protective equipment. Let's start first with removing the gloves, followed by the goggles or face shield, the gown, and lastly, the face mask or respirator. And when you're removing PPE, you will be doing this inside the patient care area. First, remove the gloves. Consider outside of the gloves contaminated. If your hands are contaminated while removing gloves, immediately wash your hands or use an alcohol-based sanitizer. Using gloves hand, grab the palm area of the other glove and peel off glove first. Hold removed glove in gloved hand. Slide fingers of ungloved hand under remaining gloves of wrist and peel off the second glove over first glove. And discharge gloves in waste container. Then, remove goggles or face shield. Outside of the goggles or face shield are contaminated. If your hands are contaminated while removing gloves, Immediately wash your hands or use an alcohol-based sanitizer. Remove goggles or face shield from the back, lifting headband or earpiece. If the item is still usable, place in designated receptacles for processing, otherwise discharge in waste container. Then, remove the gown. Gown in front of the sleeve are contaminated. If your hands are contaminated while removing gloves, immediately wash your hands or use an alcohol-based sanitizer. And then, unfasten ties. Take care that sleeve don't contract with your body, then releasing 4 ties. Then, pull gown away from neck and shoulder, touching inside gown only. Then, turn gown inside out and fold or roll into a bundle and discharge in waste container. And for mask or respirator. Front of the mask or respirator is contaminated. If your hands are contaminated during mask removal, wash your hand immediately or use alcohol-based sanitizer. Then, grasp the bottom ties of the elastic mask, then once at top, remove without touching the front and discharge in waste container. After removing all PPE, wash hands or use an alcohol-based sanitizer immediately.